he donned many hats, Pranab Mukherjee. Saurabh, he donned many hats and successfully. All of them successfully, Saurabh.
Niranjan, he was somebody I would completely agree with Mr. Gujral. He was one prime minister India missed having, because of the internal tussles in the Congress and the fact that the leadership let him down. He was somebody who should have been India's prime minister at the time. But as I said, that, India had a great president in him, and he was somebody, who had the great, ideas and understandings from foreign affairs to finance to commerce to politics, and he was a great chronicler. Niranjan, one thing he always told us, and I had several conversations with him, is that India's politics deserved a right balance. He was somebody who was politically right, I would say. Somebody who always had his politics devoted to people's interest. Even though, he was, a congressman all through his life, but he had the wise counsel for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, realizing that in India, you had a great Prime Minister who could do wonders to this country.
Stay with me, because I have Tathagata Roy. I have Tathagata Roy taking in more tributes across India. Tributes pouring in for the late Pranab Mukherjee. Tathagata Roy, how would you remember Pranabda?
Oh, I am deeply saddened at the news of his death. I remember the warm reception and the sage words of advice that he gave me when I first formally called upon him as governor. And thereafter, even after he left office, I had called upon him and I had spoken to him on a much informal setting. I invited him to Shillong. Alas, he could not make it. Pranabda, what shall I say? Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Thank you, Tathagata ji, for paying your tributes. Across India, in fact, Pranab Mukherjee, in this morning we had an update on his health, and we were told that it had declined and that he was in septic shock. He has been battling for the last few days after testing positive for COVID-19. He's no more. This evening, his son Abhijit Mukherjee tweeted about the tragic demise. This morning, the army hospital had reported a decline in his condition. We were told that the former president had gone into a septic shock due to his lung infection. It was earlier reported that he was battling COVID. He was the people's president, remembered for his ability to take people along across the political spectrum. Ratan Sharda, how would you remember him? The legacy of Pranab Mukherjee. Ratan Sharda.
Is this question to me?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. I would look at Pranabda as one of the last surviving politicians who had no personal animosity with any idea, with any ideology, with any person on the opposite side or any side. The way he conducted himself as a minister, as a politician all through his life is an exemplary way, the way you can actually do what you want to do with your clear ideological ideas, still remain friends with everybody. He was truly one of the last Ajat Shatrus who had no enemies in any political side. Unfortunately, some of his ex got tired of Congress, which was a very narrow-minded view. He has no intellectual apartheid. The way he dealt with every political ideology, every social idea was clearly shown when he went to RSS headquarters in Nagpur, because it was something that no congressman with the present poisonous atmosphere would do it. But his readiness to evolve, his readiness to get new ideas, readiness to change his view if he gets a new thinking, clearly showed in the way he, after his retirement, after he was president, he changed his attitude from a political leader to a statesman. So this wonderful alchemy of a statesman as a politician, as you rightly said, who unfortunately was a person who missed being prime minister because of some small-minded people, but he was a leader that he at least got a chance to lead the the country as the president, and he saw to it that there are no wounds, there are least kind of unnecessary poisonous views of politics, and I appreciate for him for that. I appreciate his openness. I appreciate his intellectual lack of intellectual apartheid and open mind that typically evolves from Indian way of life. And that will be the lasting tribute I can pay a person who played every role that was given to him with elan, without any animosity, with happiness, with pleasure, and with sweet smile on his lips. And the way he dealt with complete elegance with every kind of situation will mark him as a person who is truly a Bharat Ratna.
Yeah. President from 2012 to 2017 received the Bharat Ratna for his service to this great nation. Such a distinguished leader. What a human being. In fact, just taking you through some of the positions that he held, not just in India, but even membership in international organizations, where he lent his experience serving in the board of governors in various international organizations like the IMF, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, African Development Bank. He was the chairman of group of 24 nations in IMF and World Bank and of South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, or SAARC. His administrative record, his leadership record, and the kind of role that he played, especially in both UPA 1 and UPA 2, a little bit of UPA 2 as a troubleshooter. Saurabh?
Niranjan, he was a troubleshooter of the UPA, as you earlier said, heading the GOMs. If Pranab Mukherjee wouldn't have been there, I would say, with so many internal contradictions that the Congress and the UPA had, they wouldn't have been able, in fact, to run the government for 2 terms. And I would say that even though he was a congressman, his act of going to the RSS headquarters as the president, the kind of wise counsel that he provided to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his early days, actually tells you that his religion was India. His idea was the benefit of the people of India. That's the reason why you saw, him embracing ideologies all across the political spectrum. Be it in Parliament, you will see you see the tributes pouring in from leaders from across the political spectrum, because such was the man. He had a heart of a gold, and I would say the kind of hardworking person that I remember meeting him at 2 o'clock in the night. I remember, once we were traveling to Colombo. There was a SAARC summit, and there was something he wanted to give a perspective. So he said, okay, come after I am, everything is done. He was the foreign minister then. Then entire, at 2 o'clock in the night, he was as fresh as somebody would be at 9 o'clock in the morning, and he provided the entire spectrum. That was the time when India, was having, tough battle with Pakistan on the, forum of SAARC. So, his understanding was deep. His insights about international affairs, about politics, about finance, economy. Few leaders in India can actually boast of having that kind of an encyclopedic memory that Pranab Da had, and he will be deeply missed by the entire country, Ranjan.
Yeah. Sriram, he's seen the Indian economy through transformative times. At a time when everyone's talking about the state of the economy, he delivered historic reforms for India.
Niranjan, is not only the economy, like Saurabh was saying, defense, foreign affairs. He should have been prime minister, also unfortunately denied due to narrow politics of the dynasty. If you look at his career, 80 plus years, he really was a microcosm of independent India. We are going to celebrate 75 years of independence. He was pretty much like a son of India from day one. And some of the big milestones that come to my mind: 1971 liberation of Bangladesh. Mrs. Indira Gandhi actually sent Pranab Da to all the major world capitals. He engaged with many interlocutors to create the ground for the creation of Bangladesh. And even when he was president of India, I remember Sheikh Hasina personally, worked with him very closely to remove many obstacles to bilateral relations. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of Sheikh Hasina, the liberation hero of Bangladesh, was a very close friend of Pranab Mukherjee. Pranab Mukherjee also had a very resolute, stance on defense. You will remember when he was president, the issue of Ajmal Kasab had come up, and he said, nothing doing, those who have to go to the gallows will go to the gallows. And that is the kind of, figure he was. Short man in stature, but very tall. A very big figure in terms of the history of this country. Some of the greatest milestones you can count, where the fate of this nation was hinging. Pranab Mukherjee was there doing that troubleshooting, doing something to save the day and to save the national honor. I tend to think of him like somebody like Lal Bahadur Shastri.
Sriram, can you stay with me? In 1969, he successfully managed V.K. Krishna Menon's campaign. In 1969, the same year, Indira Gandhi recruited him into the Congress party. He became a member of Rajya Sabha in that year. In 1973, Deputy Minister of Industrial Development in the Indira Gandhi government. In 1980, leader of the Congress party in Rajya Sabha. In 1982, finance minister under Indira Gandhi. In 1986, he founded Rashtriya Samajwadi Congress. In 1989, the Rashtriya Samajwadi Congress merged with the Congress party. In 1991, a deputy chairman of the Indian Planning Commission. In 1995, external affairs minister under P.V. Narasimha Rao. In 2004, leader of the House in Lok Sabha. Same year, Minister of Defence in Manmohan Singh cabinet. 2009, Finance Minister in Manmohan Singh cabinet. Elected as president in 2012, truly the people's president. The people's president. Enduring, with a smile always. Sriram, you're talking about, and just as I come across to you, cutting across not just party lines, but the Nepalese head of state has also responded, paying their tributes to Pranab Da.
Yes.
Yeah. Niranjan, he built an enormous amount of goodwill among our neighboring countries. I was mentioning Bangladesh, you're talking of Nepal. Sri Lanka also is highly regarded. He was a point person for many national security crises that we had. It's a fact that he was very good at intermediation. He would come bring together different parties together and try to find a way out. That was his enormous ability. And I think he was also very selfless. His ego would never come across. That's the reason initially, Mrs. Gandhi promoted him, Indira Gandhi, and brought him up as a young man. He was just a college lecturer before that. But gradually he came in and he found a niche. He was not a loud politician. He was not a demagogue. He was very, very civil and courteous in his mannerisms, not the type, to fling accusations. But when he would say something acerbic, aimed at either a domestic enemy or somebody who's threatening India from abroad, it would carry a punch, So talk softly, carry a big stick. That's what for me represents. I'll just share one vignette from my own life with him, Niranjan. I gave him a copy of my book Modi Doctrine 2017 when he was president. He looked at it and said, I have already read 7 books on Narendra Modi. And this is the 8th book. I thank you so much. I'm going to read it, especially when I'm traveling. I need to, build my knowledge. Even at this age,
yes,
he had become the head of state of this country. He need not have done all that. But here was a scholar. Here was the old college lecturer from West Bengal. Here was that, Pranab, who wanted knowledge because he knew that that is the basis on which. And he did so much for higher education. I'm a professor at a university. The amount of work he did, the President of India is a statutory. He runs the central universities in the country, and he has a mandate to push for it. Rankings, Indian universities, why they should not be the topmost in the world. He was really brainstorming with all the vice chancellors. He was trying to push our education system to reach the level that he has seen in so many parts of the world, So his heart really beat for this country, say that we should really transform ourselves. And I think he saw that in his lifetime already. To some degree, he was already very satisfied. 2012 to 17, when he was President of India, he was seeing the transformation, especially under the Modi administration, and he was really appreciative of it. You see his president speeches every year for the Republic Day. You see the ones when he was 14, 15, 16, 17, those years, the last years of his presidency, he was so upbeat about this country.
Yes, it was earlier reported that the former president was battling COVID-19 as well. Pranab Mukherjee was the people's president. He will be remembered for his ability to take people along across the political spectrum. He will be remembered for his wealth of experience as a seasoned politician. One who was at one point the closest to the Gandhi family and yet had the magnanimity to be hosted in Nagpur at an RSS event where he showered praise on Hedgewar. He was President of India from 2012 to 2017, received the Bharat Ratna for his service to this great nation before becoming the President of India in 2012. He had at different points of time been the chief whip of the Congress party, an important minister, held various cabinets, at one point headed 20 group of ministers. Pranab Mukherjee first became the General Secretary of the Congress in 1998. He was a member of the Congress Working Committee for 23 years. For a brief period, he led the party in Bengal. Pranab Mukherjee, Pranab Da, worked under three Prime Ministers, Indira Gandhi, Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh. He's seen the Indian economy through transformative times. He delivered the budget before the historic 1991 reforms and has seen India through the most challenging times. Let me go across to Saurabh Shukla, Dr. Sriram Chaulia and Ratan Charda joining us in this broadcast as tributes pour in for Pranab Da from across the country. Coming to you first, Saurabh Shukla, you've covered Pranab Mukherjee, you've known him, you've covered the life and the times of Pranab Mukherjee and the legacy that he leaves behind.
Yes, Niranjan. You know, Niranjan, as I was talking earlier, that he was one political leader who had a deep understanding of India, and he made sure that he kept himself updated through reading books, through interacting with people. I'll give you one anecdote. When he was the foreign minister and, you know, Hillary Clinton was coming to India, such was his connect with people that, you know, the US side wanted a certain date, which actually clashed with Pranab Da's engagement in his native village for Durga Puja. You know, he did not, you know, any other minister would actually try to see, okay, I may try to change that, but no, he had already, and you know, he told his officials in the foreign ministry, no, that I already have a commitment to my people back home in the village. And you know, Durga Puja celebration was something which he would never miss. And ultimately, the Americans obviously realized that they had to change the date. So such was his connect, his charisma, you know, and he himself spoke to Secretary Clinton at that time and conveyed that this was the reason why he wanted a change. So, you know, his connect with people was amazing. You know, he also had, I remember, you know, going to his house when he was a minister, he would have people of his constituency coming, you know, at any time of the day, even at night. And, you know, it was like a flow of visitors he would entertain. Even when he was a president, that continued. And I would say in Parliament, he was somebody who would counsel young MPs. As some of the MPs that you've been speaking to, I've seen him talking to young MPs, telling them you should be spending more time in the House, observing how the parliamentary proceedings go on. He was somebody who was really disturbed anytime there was, you know, ruckus in the House, because he was somebody who believed that the politics of dissent also has to be clean. The opposition cannot disrupt parliamentary proceedings. There are other ways to express, you know, your protest. This was Pranab Mukherjee, whether he himself was in the opposition during the time, you know, when he was in the Congress party or in the ruling benches. He always had the same set of rules. And he was, as a troubleshooter, I can tell you, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, Pranab Mukherjee was the one who was handpicked. Imagine the kind of GOMs he headed, it was a record of sorts. And whenever there was a crisis for the Congress party, the UPA, all through its 2 terms, it was Pranab Mukherjee who was drafted. It was unfortunate that the Congress, because of its own internal politics and obviously the dynastic ideas, he could not become the Prime Minister. But I'm glad that he could reach the office of the President of India, and obviously people of India benefited out of it.
देश ने एक महान सपूत खोया है। भारत रत्न प्रणब मुखर्जी के निधन से पूरा देश दुखी है। जिस तरह से अपने जीवन में उन्होंने अपनी भूमिका को सार्थक किया और एक बेहतर इंसान साबित किया, मुझे लगता है वो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है। वो एक शिक्षक थे और सही रूप में पार्लियामेंट का उनका भाषण हो या कोई व्यक्तिगत मुलाकात हो, वो हमेशा एक अच्छे शिक्षक के भूमिका में ही पेश आए। मैंने जब गुरु पूर्णिमा की तो गुरु पूर्णिमा के दिन वो शिक्षकों के सम्मान के लिए हमारे कार्यक्रम में आए थे। मैंने उनको एक स्लेट भेंट की और उनको वो बहुत अच्छा लगा। उन्होंने विश्वविद्यालयों में जो भाषण दिए उनका संग्रह प्रकाशित हमने किया। एक महान राजनेता, एक धुरंधर रणनीतिकार, एक सभी प्रसंगों से अपने पार्टी को बचाने का काम और पार्लियामेंट में एक गरिमा के साथ और राष्ट्रपति पद का निर्वहन भी बहुत गरिमा के साथ किया। उनको हमारी भावभीनी श्रद्धांजलि। Today the country is mourning the death of Bharat Ratna Pranab Mukherjee. He was great son of India and he led a life which was unparalleled. He was a great politician, a very best administrator. His convincing ability was very effective because he was sincere when he spoke any day. And he was a basic teacher. There was teacher in him. So he addressed the youths and he used to like going to various universities to deliver convocation addresses. And these are the bunch of thoughts on education of him which we have published. And he was friend to everybody and used to guide us even we were in opposition. That is Pranab Mukherjee. We lost a great son. One epoch has ended. One era is lost, and we are with the Period family mourn his death. भारताचे पूर्व राष्ट्रपती भारतरत्न प्रणब मुखर्जी यांचं दुःखद निधन झालं। संबंध देश शोकसागरात बुडाला। एक धुरंधर राजकारणी, एक अतिशय उत्तम प्रशासक आणि मनापासून जे शिक्षक होते। आम्ही विरोधी पक्षात असताना सुद्धा ते आम्हाला चांगल्या टिप्स, चांगलं आणखी परफॉर्मन्स होण्यासाठी काय केलं पाहिजे असंही सांगायचे।
Okay, that was Union Minister Prakash Javadekar, paying his tribute in 3 different languages. Let me go across to Ratan Sharda now. Ratan Sharda, across India, you're seeing the kind of, the tributes that are pouring in. The Chinese ambassador to India, meanwhile, has just tweeted, "Sad to learn that former President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, passed away. My heartfelt condolences to his family and the people of India. He has made contributions to the development of China-India relations, which we will always cherish." So it's not just in India but with India's neighbors, the kind of inroads that he made, also as an ambassador of India, Ratan Sharda.
When I was looking through his life's profile, I think we need to remember that he was first leader of Rajya Sabha, then he was deputy chairman of Planning Commission, he was leader of Lok Sabha, he was external affairs minister, he was defense minister and a finance minister. The charm is that nobody ever thought that he was not fit for that post. The kind of aura he carried, whichever responsibility was given, nobody ever thought that he will not be fulfilling it, is not fit for it. That is the beauty. And one of very few presidents who remained so popular even after retirement. Tell me how many presidents can we remember who were idols for us, starting from Rajendra Babu, then we had Radhakrishnan sir, we had Abdul Kalam, and we had Pranab Mukherjee. So the people who are people's presidents, whom people remembered so fondly, and he was the glue that held UPA together actually. Manmohan Singh may have been the president.
प्रणव जी हमारे देश के इतिहास में ऐसे एक राजनीतिक नेता थे कि जो भूमिका उनको मिली वो कार्य उन्होंने कर्तव्य की भावना से बहुत अच्छे तरीके से किया। भारत की संसद में चाहे अर्थ मंत्री हो, वाणिज्य मंत्री हो, जो इस प्रकार से संसदीय कार्य के मंत्री हो, जो भी काम उनको मिला वो उन्होंने बेखूबी से निभाया। और इस देश के लोकतंत्र में स्वाभाविक रूप से उन्होंने उनके व्यक्तिमत्व में एक सर्वसमावेशकता थी और इसीलिए पूरे देश में उनको एक स्वीकार्यता भी थी। प्रणब मुखर्जी हमारे लिए गाइड एंड फिलोसोफर थे। व्यक्तिगत रूप से मैं जब से बीजेपी का अध्यक्ष बना तब से उनका और मेरा व्यक्तिगत संबंध बहुत अच्छा था। फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर के नाते अनेक बार मुझे उनके पास जाने का मौका मिला और स्वाभाविक रूप से सकारात्मक दृष्टिकोण से हर समय उन्होंने मेरी बात को सुना और बाद में यही संबंध काफ़ी घनिष्ठ हुए। राष्ट्रपति बनने के बाद भी अनेक बार उनके घर में मेरा आना जाना होता था। आज एक प्रकार से उनके जाने से मार्गदर्शन करने वाला एक गाइड एंड फिलोसोफर चला गया, यही मेरे मन में भावना है। उनका कार्य, उनका कर्तृत्व, उनका जीवन हम कभी भूल नहीं सकते। इस देश के लोकतंत्र में उनका योगदान हम कभी भूल नहीं सकते। और आज इस समय पूरे भारत देश में उनके जाने से एक काफ़ी बड़ा सबको दर्द हुआ है, दुख हुआ है और मुझे लगता है उनके परिवार को भी ये दुख और दर्द बड़ा है। मैं इतना ही कहूँगा कि ये दर्द और दुख सहन करने के लिए उनके परिवार को भगवान शक्ति दे और इसके साथ साथ उनके आत्मा को शांति मिले, यही ईश्वर चरणों में प्रार्थना करता हूँ। नमस्कार।